Hello everyone, myself Christian Priyanka. I am working as a nursing tutor in Knowledge Institute of Nursing. I have completed my MSc Nursing in Obstetric and Gynecological Nursing. Today we learn about the fetal skull. About the introduction, the fetal head is large in relation to the fetal body compared with the adults. Adaptation between the skull and the pelvis is necessary to allow the head to pass through the pelvis during the labor without the complication. So there is a good adaptation between the skull and pelvis is most necessary to allow head to be pass through the pelvis during the labor without any complication. Here you can see the two diagram. The first is about the fetal skull and the second is about the adult skull. About the fetal skull, so the fetal skull bone protect the brain. The fetal skull is compressible and it is made of the thin flat bone and that forming the vault. The fetal skull has major three parts. The first is a vault, also called the roof. Then second is the face, and third is the base. Uh, in the diagram, you can see the vault, base, and the face. About the bone of the vault, there are the total seven bone, two frontal bone, two parietal bone, one occipital bone, and the two temporal bone. In the diagram, you can see the at the front part there is a two frontal bone, at the middle part there is a two parietal bone, and the behind the one occipital bone, and either side there is a behind and below the ear there is a two temporal bone. About the suture, flat bone of the vault are united together by the non-ossify membrane and attached to the margin of the bones, and these are called the sutures. So there are the total four sutures: the sagittal suture, the coronal suture, the frontal suture, and the lamboid suture. So the sagittal suture is lie between the two parietal bones. So between the two parietal bones, there is the one line is there. It's called the sagittal suture. The coronal suture. So it is a run between the parietal and the frontal bone on either side. So here you can see the coronal suture. It is between the two frontal bone and two parietal bone. The frontal suture. So it is the lie between the two frontal bone. So here you can see between the two frontal bone there is a one line is the frontal suture. And the lambdoid suture separate the occiput bone and two parietal bone. Here you can see the one lambdoid suture and it is separate the two parietal bone and one occipital bone. Then the importance. So what is the importance of this suture? It permits the gliding movement of one bone over the other during the molding of the head. And during the labor process, during the delivery, the molding of the head is most important. And the suture is it permits and provide the gliding movement of the one bone over the other. Then second is the digital palpation of sagittal suture during the internal examination in labor gives an idea of the manner of engagement of the head, degree of the internal rotation of the head, and the degree of the molding of the head. So during the internal examination and during the vaginal examination or digital palpation of the sagittal suture that gives us the idea about the how much engagement of the head, then degree of the internal rotation of the head, and also to know about the degree of the molding of the head. Then there are the front panels. So there are the mainly two front panels, anterior front panel and posterior front panel. So the what do you mean by the front panel? So the wide gap in the suture line, it's called the front panel. So now the about the front panel. So front panel is formed by the joint of the four suture. So anteriorly frontal bone, posteriorly sagittal suture, and on either side coronal suture. So here you can see, here is the anterior frontal. So behind the sagittal suture is there. At frontal part there is a two frontal bone, and either side there is a two coronal suture line is there, and it's formed the anterior frontal. So the anterior frontal is diamond shaped. Then floor is made by the membrane and it is ossified at the 18 months after the birth. And if we count in year, then it is a 1 year and half month. So it is closed at the 18 months after the birth. Then what is the importance of the anterior frontal? So it is a it palpation through internal examination denotes the degree of the flexion of the head. So because of the palpation of the anterior frontal nail during the internal examination, we know about the degree of the flexion of the head. It facilitates the molding of the head. Palpation of the floor reflect the intracranial status. So if the anterior frontal is depressed, then we can identify the fetus it is in a dehydration. If it is elevated, then it is the indicate that the intracranial tension is increased. Then it is also important to collection of the blood and extend the transfusion, transfusion or blood transfusion. Then also it is important to draw on the cerebrospinal fluid. So here you can see the diagram of the fetal skull and the posterior frontal. So it is formed by the junction of the three sutures. The first is the sagittal suture anteriority, and the other side is a lumboid suture. So here you can see the anterior side is a sagittal suture and either side is a lumboid suture, and that form the posterior frontal. So it is a triangular shape, and its floor is made up of the membrane and what become bony at the 3 months. So the posterior frontal is closed at the 3 months. If we count in years, then it is one and a half. If we count in months, then it is a 1.5